I am streaming now. Just so you know. Wife is being super weird. Thanks for joining. I'm just getting TikTok going. Oh, look at that tumble effect. We're going to be working on the repository in front of us, which I just forked from Matthew Young. Shout out to the dev crew. Hashtag DEVCREW is a tag that we use on both Twitter and TikTok. So like part of a content creating group there. And Matt is our leader or our founder. So we're going to see if we can work on, he was having a Docker issue. See if we can help with that. Bam! Hacktoberfest! Let's go! Oh, and I got my wide angle lens for my phone. Where'd it go? What did you do? I can't see. It's like some kind of latte thing. Can I sip it?
Yeah.
What did you do, girl? What the? Huh? What is this? What the hell is this? Thank you. Bye. What the heck? I don't know what she did, y'all. This is really good. Okay, cool. And it looks like we're going on TikTok. I said a tick-tock, a ticky to the tick-tick-tock. Y'all get the reference, right? Please. Don't leave me. I feel like I have so much stuff going on my computer right now that it's like lagging-ish. Add folder to Workspace. Let's start by adding the folder we just cloned right here, CR stats. Now adding to our Workspace. Damn. Oh, jeez. That was like a violent dab right there. I'm sorry about that. Boop. CD over to the CR stats folder, LS. Let me turn this camera slightly. You can kind of see the folder structure a little bit better. I guess the wide angle lens kind of blurs stuff along the edges. Is that a little better? I feel like that's a little better. I'm gonna just not mess with it because I don't want to mess stuff up. Let me turn off the light behind me as well. Boom. There, I think that got rid of some orange glare. Yeah, okay, it's legible enough, right? Learn React quickly. All right, let's go. Open my chat up, got it on the left. Thanks for joining. We're on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. All right, so let's look at the make file. Control P, CR, make, so that I can look at this make file, kind of fuzzy type it. So what does it say? It says Docker compose, initialize the database. Okay, so we're going to have a database and update cards. Hit the CR API. I'm assuming that has to do with CR stats like Clash Royale. Hit the API and update the database. Yeah, that makes sense. So this is just like kind of like bootstrapping and loading the database. Cool. Is this all we have at the moment? Here's a compose. Loving the use of compose here. 3.9 is pretty recent. If it's not the latest, it's pretty recent. Publishing 5,000. Here we got some environment variables that I'm going to need. Let's see. Is there a .env file? There's not, which is good. There shouldn't be. So I'm going to make a new file, .env. Boom. And we can see it's immediately grayed, which means it's in the gitignore, control F .env. There it is, as expected. I think it's a standard entry in a gitignore for Node. Texas Forever, thanks for joining. What's up? What's up? Like that username. So, let's see. Boom. This one I need to grab. I don't know. I guess I have to create it. Hopefully I don't have to like give out PII. Let's see. Luca, what's up? Thanks for joining. I'll use my public email. So I don't care if y'all email me at this one. Boom. One of my public emails. I have like a few. Cool. Going to, boom, take, wow, that was a fail. I meant to take that off screen and like my mouse hung. Sometimes I'm really dumb with that. Waiting for the confirmation email to go through. Verified, done. Creating a suggested password. Agreeing to terms. Boom. And now here we are. Let's close this other tab. No username. I guess I'm a Clash of Clans developer now. What the heck? I'm going to make a note of my password over here on the other screen. Thunder PX, what's up? So this is Clash Royale. Clash Royale, cool. I'm loving it. How do y'all feel about McDonald's? Hot or nah? Cap or facts? Big or little? That's what they ask you in the drive-thru. You want that fry big or little? Cool. Let's close some of this. Bam, don't need you. Cool. Getting started, sure, because I have no idea what I'm doing. API keys, yeah, I need those. Got it. Thanks. Boom, create new key. Here we go. Yo mama key. How do y'all feel about mama? 1 or 2 or 3 M's? What are you going to build? So I'm working on my guy Matthew Young. The answer is I don't really know what I'm building. I'm just trying to fix his Docker container. Clash Royale Statistics, a website designed to analyze data from the top. Clash Royale. Is it Royale? What kind of spelling is this? There shouldn't be an E here, right? Whatever. I'm not mad, you're mad. Yeah, so my guy Matthew Young, very cool guy, follow his channel. Here's his TikTok right here. It's just Matthew M. Young. So he's got this website and I'm trying to fix it. There's an issue with the Docker container, as I understand it. I'm really still trying to understand the issue, to be honest. Cool. Yo Mama key, description. It allows Yo Mama to see this data. Sheesh. Allowed IP addresses. I guess mine, right? That would make sense. I don't know if I need to add localhost in there. My IP address. Are y'all gonna dox me? All right, I'll take it off screen. So I'll throw a localhost in there. And what's the loopback address? It's like 128 or 127. Okay, I always screw that up. So we got localhost, we got 127, and then I'm going to take it off screen and add. I just Googled what is my IP address, and Google will tell you. But I don't feel like really broadcasting that, so. Boom. Create that key. Oh, it says localhost is an invalid IP. Okay, fine. I don't know. IP must not be in private range. Okay, fine. All right, so it really only accepted my public IP. It didn't accept localhost or the loopback address. Wow. Okay. Thanks for showing my IP on screen. Clash Royale. I hate you. Okay, so I got my token. So here is the key. Is it a key or a token? Or both? Yo mama key, token. Here it's called API key. I'm going to assume that that is the proper value. Not 100 though. Not 100. Okay, cool. So with those in place, let's read through the compose. Where were we? So we're going to mount a volume for back end, user source. Let's check it, check it, check it. Back end. Here is the Docker file for backend. Python. Ew, gross. Matt. That was low-hanging fruit. I had to shoot my shot. Gunnicorn. No. Why? Why? Fine. All right, here's the backend folder. Front end has a package JSON, React, loving it. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Let me open a new terminal. So I'm gonna have 2. All right, so I might end up with 3. And I honestly, sometimes I develop with 4 terminals, don't hate. So we'll just call this UI. So this guy is gonna CD into the front end folder, ls npm I. Is there a yarn lock or a package lock? That's how you know whether you should npm I or yarn. So there's a package lock. So we're going to npm I. I like to develop the 1 Chrome, 1 Firefox, 1 Safari. I like that browser support level right there. Keeping it current. React 17, I'm loving that. Hooks all day, suspense. Okay, so that's installing. And where are my requirements? So here's my Py requirements file. Okay, we're using Flask, right? It's a Flask server. It's being served with Gunnicorn. I gotta tell you, I'm not really sure why you would have Flask and Gunnicorn together. Maybe I'm missing something. Let me check it out. Oh, because of Nginx. Oh, well, this is about to get fun very quickly, isn't it? Okay, great. Okay, where's the Nginx configuration? Let me see if I can see that. I'm usually going for Apache. GitHub, fine. Oh, this is my own stuff. So APIs, most common cards. Scripts, initdb, respect, tests. I love that there's a test sanity. Assert 1 + 1 = 2. That is a fire unit test. Whoa. God mode unit test. Okay. If I hit Control S, is it going to reformat? Boom. Okay. The 2 spaces there, I guess, is good. Court the Juster, Saw, thanks for joining. This is all looking pretty good to me. Source, I want to run that React momentarily. I'm kind of confused why there is back end, front end, and server. Why are there 3? Oh, here's the configuration file. Okay, so this is the configuration file for Nginx. So this is like tightly bound to this website. Let's see if this website's probably not going to work, right? Let's see. We got something. Okay, so it's like we're having a good college try over here. What are we looking at here? So this is my friend Matthew's application. So here it is. Open source, loving that it's open source. Clash Royale Statistics. A website designed to analyze data from the top Clash Royale players in the world. Okay. And here's his TikTok, Matthew M. Young. Go check him out. Cool guy. And so he was having some Docker issue. I'm still trying to understand the issue. But anyway, I forked his repo. Here's my fork, Vanderveer CR stats. I'm still just kind of getting it up and running at the moment. But the end goal would be to fix it and make it work. So like I am chilling on his public URL, and I can see that the API data is just not loading. Right? It's just not loading. See, here's the localhost failure. Oh, well, I mean, that's the whole issue, my guy. He's calling localhost on a remote domain. That's not going to work at all, is it? That's not going to work at all. Okay, well, we'll take a crack at it. I'm snacked down over here. I got a banana, got some coffee, got a protein drink. Check this out. Bam! Give me a like if you like that cup. I'm also on YouTube and Twitch. Thanks for joining, whoever is. I actually can't see where y'all are coming from. It's like everyone is kind of merged together. But we're on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook and LinkedIn. Hey, one thing, just a heads up. If you're commenting on Facebook, I realized I can't see the comments. Sorry about that. I know that feels bad. I don't know how to fix it. Okay. This thing is still installing. Whoa. Like, Node modules is so memeable, is it not? Here, I'll show you a Node modules meme while Node modules keeps building out. Heaviest objects in the universe. This is a champ meme. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna turn my camera so you can see it. Boom. Heaviest objects in the universe. You got the sun, a neutron star, a black hole, and then Node modules. So welcome to programming. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Cool. One thing I do like about Matthew's website is the favicon. It's an MY in a circle. Liddy. Bro, it's still not installed. I'm gonna kill myself. Can someone explain to me why React needs happy? Made with Create React app, yeah. Looks like, and this is just a, yeah, this is the logo, okay. Looks like just a basic Create React app. So I don't see anything wrong in the server. The only thing I've seen wrong so far is that it looks like the application is requesting localhost, which is like an obvious problem, right? That's like definitely a problem. Here's the web vitals. I might want to just comment this. I don't know if this is creating a problem. Strict mode, chill, respect. Pass a function to log results. For example, whatever. Scroll down to find the most commonly used cards. Fetch API component. Let's check it out. Bam. So this is where the fun is happening, as it were. Close to the right. From a React perspective, it's like pretty straightforward. We're using classes. It's a little bit dated. I will probably be 50 years old. What's up, Vessel for him? I got a Jesus freak in the house. Stoked. Team Jesus, let's go. I want to learn how to code to create an RPG role-playing game, but by the time I have learned most, I will probably be 50 years old. Hey, coding an RPG is not that hard. There's different ways to do it. I think a lot of people get stuck. It's like, where do you start kind of thing. So I'm going to say something. If you're a game developer, you'll slap me for saying this. I'm going to say it anyway. Just make a web RPG. Just do it. And then if you want to learn like Unity or C++ or C# or whatever, I can hook you up with my friend Whittington. He can school you on all that. There's also like RPG Maker. Are you down to just use like RPG Maker? Because I actually think this is pretty chill. This one, RPG Maker VX Ace, is like the fancy, I guess, newest one. It'll make you RPG like this. You don't even need to know how to code to make it. Although, if you do know how to code, there's customizable stuff. Look, HP, MP, attack, defense, etc. Make a little map. So I think this is a good option. And then React, make an RPG in React. Guaranteed you can go to just YouTube and find this. One of these guys also did how to release it on Steam. This one. Check this one out. Bam. Hey, everybody. Drew Conley. You got it. You got it. Can you see? It's Drew Conley. C-O-N-L-E-Y. So this guy built a web RPG and then released it on Steam. And it's in the background there. So go check this out. I know game developers are going to be mad. I'm not worried about it. Okay. Let's check on our node modules. There we go. 58 vulnerabilities. Is that all? Okay. npm start, get my server running. Boom, pop up on the screen. Let's go. Got localhost 3000 popping. Off topic, do you believe in God? 100%. I would. I don't really do religious stuff on my channel, but wow. I would just, I don't understand how you can't. Kalam cosmological argument. Atheists believe the universe was eternal until like 1940. They learned about redshift because like they started paying attention to science, which the Christians had been leading on through the Enlightenment. Hey, by the way, redshift proves that we have a finite time in the past. The universe isn't eternal, so there is a Big Bang we discovered. This is what Christians had been saying for like thousands of years, as well as Jews and Muslims. So yeah, they finally got on the train, and they're still trying to figure out how to explain with parallel universes and the big bounce, man. Like, it's still eternal in a different way. No, there was a finite past. There was a beginner. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. If Genesis 1:1 is scientifically proven, the rest of it's kind of like at least plausible, right? First verse in the Bible. All right, /nbrand. So this is localhost. This is a big problem right here. This is my localhost now. Great. So the React application is running and loading API data. And yeah, Whittington noted the same thing. I haven't figured out how to get it to work without localhost yet, so I haven't replaced it. Okay. So, loading API data, this is the text right here. And state.loading is true, that's why it says that. So how do we get state.loading to be false? We have to set state component did mount needs to be invoked. Okay, so I'm gonna refactor this. I just don't want a class-based component. Sorry, dude. So we're gonna do export const fetch API arrow empty equals no arguments. I don't know if he's using props. Let's see. Comment that. Don't need a render function in a class component. You just return. Bam. Fetch API does not contain a default export. Export default. Oh. I appreciate this. I am going to get going now. Hey, see ya. Have a good one. Okay. Export default. Fetch API. I think that works. Fetch API is not defined. Right. Okay. So const fetch API, and then we'll go down here and export default fetch API. How about that? Does that make you happier? State is not defined. This dot state dot loading. This dot state dot top cards. Okay. So we're going to use state hook. So boom, wrap that in parens. Will be react dot use state. Parens are the way you say parentheses if you're leet. Programming jokes. Const left bracket state comma right bracket set state. This is just a magic return pattern that is common to the state hook. The first is your piece of state, and the second is your updater. Like, that's just how it be. So instead of component did mount, we are going to use react dot use effect. React dot use effect. It's a function that runs every time the component is loaded. So fetch API will be invoked. Use effect will be internally invoked every time. So this needs to be a function, right? Cool. We don't use the this keyword, so it's just going to be set state. Loading, yep. And this will, we're not using the this keyword. Boom, boom. Get rid of that this. This is the worst part of JavaScript. Okay, so it's a wait, so we need to convert this to an async effect. You just put async there. It's not too rough. Cool. So let's check the effect callbacks are synchronous to prevent race conditions. Put the async function inside. Right. Sorry. Look, can we just appreciate shout out to, look, you're not seeing my DevTools. Look, you can see the error. React is so smart. They're like telling me the correct error. Shout out to React. Oh, my face is over the, put my face in the top left, I guess. So you can see it's like telling me the exact error here with the line number and everything. So anyway, we don't need that component anymore. Don't need this anymore. And what we want to do is, I did this async effect incorrectly. Use effect itself is run synchronously. We need an internal function. So we're going to say if state.loading. So if it's still loading, then we need to load data. We're going to say const load data equals, this is going to be our async. Okay, so this use effect is going to be run every time. So I need to be sure that I'm doing this state.loading check. Okay. So yeah, so I can just do that. Something is wrong here. No, I think this is right. So notice that the JavaScript process will execute this and continue. So this is an asynchronous request. Internally, it's awaiting, but externally, the process is not awaiting. It's going to blow through that use effect. Y'all feel me? Okay. Refresh this. React use effect has a missing dependency, state.loading. either include it or remove the dependency array. Either include it or remove the dependency array. I think I'm missing something. State.loading. Fine, I mean, I can include it, that's fine. Is that just like a best practice kind of thing? All right, cool. So from a React perspective, everything is looking good. What is the issue? The issue is that there is no localhost 5000. So let's try and run that server. So we got the UI looking good. Misinformed joined. Saw misinformed. Let's do another terminal. CR stats, rename, pull this backend, and it will cd backend. The database is in a Docker container in the repo. Okay. Nope, that's not a good answer. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. All right. So anyway, let's just try and get this started. So Python 3-version. Make sure I have Python on here. Permission denied. Okay, but I have it this way, so I'll just call it this way. What is it? Py-m pip install requirements. I think that's right. What's up, man? Misinformed. Not much. Could not find a version that satisfies the requirements txt. Okay, let me just say pip install. You must give at least one requirement install. So, right, like, can I just not install? What am I? I'm like forgetting a basic term or something. Install requirements.txt. Hey, I was wondering if you could answer some questions I have about breaking into tech. Yeah, 1000%. Blast off. Shoot yo shot. Pip install -r. Oh, because I didn't do -r, that's what you're so mad about? Ugh. You know what? Sometimes I really hate Python. All right. Ask your question. Okay, so we got this all installed. Apt-get update. I didn't need to do that because Docker's going to do that for me. I should just run the Docker file. But I should not run the Docker file, actually. Yeah, I do, because I want to run them each separately. Okay, so we proved the UI is working. Let's get the server working, and then we'll invoke it by compose. So we want to do py, would it be setting? App, py app.py. So I'm on a gap year, but honestly, college isn't working out for me, so I was looking into certs. CompTIA, Google, AWS. Gap year for the win. Um, so I would say I live in metropolitan DC area. Yo, I live in the DC area. I live in Alexandria, Virginia. That's wild. Maybe you should like message me offline. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of things you could do. I would not go for like Google Cloud or AWS until I knew how to code first. I would always do those as a second step. So like, can you actually code? So like, if you go like I'm an AWS certified solutions architect, right? Yeah, Alexandria. I don't know. It's kind of hit or miss over here, but small world, I guess. Um, so when you sit for the solutions architect exam, you're supposed to attest that you have like 1 or 2 years of experience before you're even allowed to sit for the exam. Um, so how are you going to get that experience if you haven't been employed? So I would learn to code, get a job, and then go for the AWS cert like a year or two later. I would just learn to code for now. Okay. So we got PyApp. It seems to like run and then die. Let me check out this app file. Create app. Here's create app. That's looking good. Instantiate app. Flask RESTful. So this is like a this is like it. Hey, can y'all close that door, please, if you're gonna do that? Um, this is like a serverless approach, I guess.
Are you still planning on going with me for that snap?
We gotta leave now.
No, just letting you know, like in the next 15 or so, I'll snap.
Okay. Yeah, I can try and wrap up in the next 15. My internet is bugged out, so I only really caught that last part, but I think I have the gist of it. Yeah, I was saying just learn to code, get a code job, and get the AWS cert later. I wouldn't get the cert before I learned to code. It seems backwards to me. Okay, we got Flask. Okay, so let me try a init maybe instead of calling app. API key, these all make sense. Settings.py. Yeah, it's not persisting. Okay, I can try it the Docker way. Let's try it the Docker way. Docker run, Docker exec. Scripts, initdb, update cards. Yeah, those are not useful. Why is the server not persisting? It's like the server is like instantly dying. I'm like chatting with Matt on Discord at the same time. Cool to know we live in the same city. Yeah, hey, hit me up sometime. We'll grab some coffee or something. Okay, so APIs. I think that these are not going to work, basically. Docker file. Yeah, why did Docker exec not work? Is it Docker start? Okay, let me try Docker start. Okay. Error during connect in the default daemon configuration on Windows. The client must be run with elevated privileges. Okay, so are my privileges whack? Let's see. Let me open up a new terminal. Go over here. Right click. Con emu git bash. Okay, so this is admin enabled. You can see here I ls cd backend. Let's try Docker start. Boom, with the dot. Okay, and it's still complaining about elevated privileges, even though this is an elevated privilege terminal. So I think it is fake news, basically. I don't think that's a real issue. And Docker on Windows is super sus. I'll just tell you, they give you fake issues like often. Let's try Gunnicorn. It seems to be invoking Gunnicorn anyway. Gunnicorn bind 0.0.0.0 colon 5,000 workers 4 app workers 4 app dash reload reload engine whole. Most recent call, no module named. F control, is that a joke? Control Shift F. Module not found. Okay. Pi sham pip install F control. F control. Boom. See if that helps. Could not find a version that satisfies the requirement for F control. All right, let's Google this. Not available on Windows. That blows. That blows. If you're trying to lock a file, there are some other Python modules available which provide that functionality. One I've seen referenced in other answers is Portal Locker. What you can do is install import lib, usual. Cool. All right, so let's try and do it the Docker way. Like maybe what I usually like to do is make sure that the components work before I try to compose them, because you want to separate the concerns when you're debugging. You want to make sure your code works, and then add on Docker. And if it doesn't work, you know that Docker is the differential. Yeah. Anyway, from a debugging perspective, you want to like narrow the root cause, like what are the differences? There has to be like some difference to explain the error, right? A works, B doesn't work. A works, B doesn't work. You want to know the difference there, and then whatever's breaking it has to live in that difference. Does that make sense? So if you minimize the differences, that maximizes your ability to determine any particular change is the explanatory change. So basically, sticking Docker and Gunicorn together, I could have errors from two different error vectors. So it makes the error detection ambiguous. It makes it hard to debug. But we're going to go for it anyway because this just doesn't work on Windows, so I need the Docker layer. So we'll just say Docker compose up. Let me kill that, sorry. I'm going to stop my UI server. Boom, kill this. Because Docker compose is also going to try and run a UI server. Docker compose up, let's see. During handling of the above exception, another exception occurred. Okay. Error while fetching server API version. Let's try, see if I need to like build the container. Nope. Let's look back at the compose file. Back in Docker file. We didn't even try and build it. It's going to try to build it internally anyway, but we didn't actually try to build it. 5,000, 5,000, restart always. None of this should be controversial. The back end will be grabbing this Docker file. Okay. I feel like this Docker file is the issue. This is within the Docker file. Okay. Varlib postscript. Yep. That's within the Docker file. Here's the context. Okay, that's why there's a server folder. Yeah, there's technically two different servers here. This is being used as the... There's technically two different servers here. 1, 2, maybe 3. There's technically 3 different servers here. Okay. That looks fine to me. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of Ubuntu for this kind of thing, but it looks fine. So what is it complaining about? Docker inline 214 and retrieve version. The system cannot find the specified file. I'm going to just Google this. I don't know what it is. Docker compose up gives the system cannot find the specified file. Main. Am I getting? Yeah, basically something similar. Wait named pipe. The system cannot find the specified file. Specified file. File. So for me, it is create. It's create file. Is that the make file? No. I just forgot to start Docker for Windows. Wow, that could actually be it for me. Yeah, I think I have the same issue. Okay, so this is going to take a minute for Docker to spin up. I think I have to go pick up my kid from childcare. So I think I'm going to have to take this offline. But you can see the overall approach, just to summarize. Try to run the components and make sure that they're working individually. We succeeded for React. The Create React app is working. We just reformatted the Fetch API component into a functional component. So that's working. Although localhost is the problem. So this needs to be parameterized. But we can't parameterize it if we can't get the server working. So, yeah, I think that's all there is to it. Basically trying to get the server working. Option A is it's not gonna let me skip. I guess I can snooze. Option A is going to be that I don't want to build, just up. So option A is going to be that this works, or option B is, okay, it looks like it's working. Or option B is it doesn't work, and I don't know. You could do like a whole server refactor if you wanted to, but yeah, I think this is probably going to work. If it doesn't work on my computer, Matt has a Mac that he's been developing on. Let's see what this does. Give it a couple more minutes. Come over here and do I care about this lock file? Name front end. Do the lock file update. And then here, this will be push that. If all he's doing, let's look at his remote. If all he's doing is changing the port, then I guess this should work. Yeah, I think he's expecting this to be a within container request. But like, I don't think it is. All right, well, this is taking a while to build, so I'm going to end it there. Thanks for joining.